What's up guys, Twitchy here, back with another episode in the ARK Survival Evolved series. As always, thank you very much for checking out the video. If you like the video and you feel like giving me some love on that like button, it'd be greatly appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. We're going to keep making some videos, so hopefully they pique your interest as we go along. But yeah, I think today, well I guess yesterday, or the last time, I should say, we got some trikes together for an egg farm. The reason for the trikes, of course, was to make some Argyn kibble. Well, I guess it's Stego egg kibble, but it's for the Argyn. Because we're getting close to level 55, which means we're getting close to being able to make a saddle for an Argyn. So, I was thinking about that today and realized that we've got to do some prep work if we are going to be able to do some Argyn kibble. And one of the things that we really need is a preserving bin. So we need to make up a preserving bin and start making some, where are my words here? What am I trying to say? Some prime meat jerky. We need to make prime meat jerky for the kibble because that's what it takes. So we have not learned the preserving bin yet, so there we go. And let's see what that takes to make. We need some stone. Stone. We got stone. Alright, so, get over here. Oh, really? Am I too heavy for you to be able to do that? No. Okay, you're just kind of lagging out. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and make, well, we'll go ahead and make a couple of preserving bins. Or a few, as it were. And get those placed down. I had got a little bit of prime meat cooked off for the prime meat jerky. And I really don't know how much oil we have. Oil is probably going to be a problem, to be honest with you. But we're going to find out. Alright, how does that look? Does that look straight? Doesn't look straight at all, does it? It's really hard to tell. Let's see here. Let's get it on the edge. Maybe that'll help. Okay, that's not too bad. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa means whoa. Alright, so we're just going to get a couple of preserving bins. No. Placed down here. Would you? No, just knock that off. Nobody asked you to be all, like, getting up in you. Okay, these Stegos are going to be... Alright, guys, calm down. No. Oh, duck. Damn tails. Okay, so that's going to have to... You know what? You, come here. Your tail is all kinds of in my way. Alright, and... No, what did I do? Did I stop one? I don't know. Follow one. Stop all. How about that? Yeah. The whistles are going to be the death of me. Alright, so yeah. We want to definitely get some jerky cooking. We're also going to need to get the advanced crop for that kibble made. And that, I do believe, is citronal. So we're going to go ahead and... get some of that planted as well. Yeah. Alright, still having some problems here. Alright, come on. No. Out. If I didn't need your eggs, I swear. Alright. A little further. Yeah. Okay, so now hopefully we can place this last bin. Unless that other tail is in the way. Alright. Why do you not want to be placed that close? Oh well, it doesn't really matter. We'll just shoot you with an arrow and be done with you. Alright, so we're going to need some spark powder. Which I made up a little bit already. And we are going to need some oil, which we don't have a whole lot of oil, but it'll be enough to get a start. Ooh, 4. Okay, well, it'll be enough to get a little start. Not much of a start. So go ahead and pop the spark powder and the oil in there, and then the jerky will make over time. It does take a while to make jerky, so that isn't going to be anytime soon. And eventually, there's a couple other things we're going to need to do as well. We're going to have to find an I guess I should say an oviraptor. When oviraptors are tamed and on Wonder, it helps boost the egg production. So definitely going to need that. And let's see here. What else? I said citronal, right? Is that what I said, guys? I think that's what I said. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab a couple of those seeds. Come out here. We'll grab the carrots out of the bin here. And we will grab this, grab that. You're not going to let me put that in there until I destroy the crop, right? Destroy the crop. There we go. Alright. And citronal is in there. Have any narc berries? Hey, 61. That works. Alright, narcos are good. Alright, so go ahead and put this stuff away. And that is, that's the basics as far as that stuff is concerned. Now, you guys might be wondering why I have this stuff in my inventory, and I'll explain that to you here. Basically, today I want to take a little trip up to the volcano. And put down a couple of things to, you know, help with production of metal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the volcano. I'm going to put down some foundations, a couple of forges, a storage box, and a bed. And then I'll be able to fast travel up to the volcano. Now, of course, I won't have much of anything up there. You know, I won't have any armor or anything like that. I did make another smithy though, so go ahead and grab that. But hopefully we'll be able to get some tools made and be in good shape for doing some mining up there. We'll have to either make a mortar and pestle so I can make spark powder and light the forges with that, or I'll have to make some trips for wood and such. But I think what I'm just gonna plan on doing for right now is just taking some hide and some fiber with me, just out of curiosity. Where is the mortar and pestle? Okay, so yeah, if I just take some hide and some fiber with me to put in the smithy once it's placed. And I've got fiber. Okay, so that's good. Now the question is going to be, can I fly? And I can. Okay. So what did we need to do? We needed to get the citronal planted. That's planted. We needed to get jerky started. Jerky is started. Stegos have only laid one egg since we've been here. The dodos are always laying eggs, so we've got, hey, give me that. Dodos are always laying eggs, so we're good on dodo eggs. And yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and take a little break and head up to the volcano and start getting things placed. And so we will be right back. Alright guys, and we're back. The volcano is an awesome place for metal, crystal, and what is that, obsidian? So yeah, I mean, what I'm gonna do, or what I plan on doing, is basically fast traveling up here, you know, at least once a day, gathering up some metal, throwing it in the forges, gathering up some crystal and obsidian and throwing it in the box, and making spark powder and such, so that we have plenty of fuel to actually burn the forges. But basically, this is just going to be in preparation of bigger things. If I want to get into making some vaults or doing some other basic stuff that requires a lot of metal, then I'll basically be able to have a stockpile of it up here. I know a lot of you probably can't do that on servers that you're on. If you are on with friends, then of course it's always best to leave the volcano as kind of a community area. But since I'm doing this alone, I'm not too worried about it. You know, who's gonna be mad? Me? But you know, and always keep in mind that laying foundations. Oh, thank God, free water. I was getting a little worried. Keep in mind that laying foundations, pardon me, and stuff, of course, it'll keep items from spawning back in, resources anyway. So I just picked a corner kind of away there. Now, basically what'll happen is when I break these metal nodes and stuff, they won't come back anymore. And there were some metal nodes right here and they won't come back anymore, but the rest of this will all come back. So like I said, it'll be a great place. And eventually when I get a nice high level Ank, I'm going to okay, let me rephrase that. When I get a nice high level Ank and a Quetzal, I will bring that Ank up here and basically be able to go to town on all the rocks. So that'll be really good. Let's see, where are we at here as far as items go? Weight wise, I need to be looking at the other screen. Weight wise, I don't have a whole lot of weight to spare, and I don't even know if dropping a lot of this stuff would even help. But I'm thinking we might be able to go down into the snow biome and try to get a little oil. Now we're not going to be able to carry much, but a little bit would be better than nothing. So, yeah, we're going to try to do that. If we can live through it, it'll be awesome. If we can't live through it, it's going to kind of suck. It's just going to depend on how cold it is down there. So let me get into a place where we can start flying in, and then I will be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Getting ready to fly into the snow biome, but I wanted to show you guys this little peninsula up here. This is just the northwest, right before you get into the snow biome, and a lot of times it's a really good place to find high-level scorpions, saber-tooths. You can see there's a Carno there, and there's normally a lot of T-Rexes and Argyns in this area as well. You can see the Argyns are just going nuts over there. I saw like a 72. I don't see anything in the hundreds though. So we're gonna try. I'm not sure how cold this is gonna. Oh, we are automatically ice cubed. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to do this or not. Hopefully we can. My food is down pretty far. It doesn't look like I'm really dropping health yet though. But there's a little island out here. I just call it Penguin Island. Penguin Island. It's actually really good for getting oil very safely because there's never anything dangerous out here. So we're just gonna hop down here and we're gonna try to get some oil. No. We're just gonna try to get some oil real fast. And basically, we don't need too much to start. Eventually we'll get some of the fur armor together, and we'll be able to stay out here safer for longer. But like I said, for right now, we're just going to try to get some oil together. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to make enough for some gasoline and get an industrial grill made. I think I learned the industrial grill. But right now, I'm just going to try. My health still doesn't look too bad, really. So, I mean, it is going down, but not terribly fast. It's also not a bad place to get some crystal as well. And there is a spot that's pretty easy to get silica pearls too. Alright, so where are we at with our weight? Let's get on. Actually, that's enough for now. So let's just go ahead and work on getting out of here. And I'll show you that little spot for silica pearls. At least one of the spots for silica pearls. It is not too far from here, so actually can see it from here. Alrighty, so yeah, there's some silica pearls down in this water. You can see them right there. Now sometimes there is a T-Rex and stuff in this area, so I mean you just gotta use your best judgment. And the dire wolves are vicious. They aren't normally out right in here though, so that's not normally that big of a deal. If you just watch yourself, you're alright. Like, you can definitely see there's some saber-tooths over there and the Argyns. And there's the silica pearls up and through here as well. So it's a good place for silica pearls. If you're in need of some quick silica pearls and you don't have a way of getting, you know, deep in the water. But yeah, that's basically it. I want to build a base right over in here somewhere, nice and close to the oil and all of that good stuff. And basically probably use it as a taming slash manufacturing. I'm sorry guys, I got something wrong with my throat today. Taming slash manufacturing base. But that is a ways off yet, for sure. But yeah, that's the basic gist of it anyway. We got some oil. Got about 155, so that's not bad at all. So we'll be in some pretty good shape to be making some jerky. And possibly some gasoline for the industrial grill when we get around to making that. Alright, well, I think I'm going to head back to base and see what happens on the way. But if anything interesting happens, I'll bring you back. And if not, I'll see you back at base. Alright guys, we're back. I just wanted to show you around. There's a really awesome place in on the island as far as that goes. It's like right in the middle of the south coast. So what is that, about 50, 87, something like that. But you know, my wife and I, we always call it Stonehenge. And I've always wanted to build here, but I've never have. I don't know why, I just never have. Never got around to it. But there's all these rock structures around. And just pillars, and man, that light is vicious, isn't it? Sorry about that. But there's all these just really interesting rock structures and stuff around. And it's got its own little, whoa, blindingly light area. Whoa, easy, easy, easy. It's got its own little oasis away from everything. I'm not really sure what you could fit in there, but it does go pretty deep right in this area. So I don't know if any of you guys are thinking about, you know, maybe trying to make a water pen or something. I don't know if that would work out or not. It wouldn't work for anything big, but I don't know if you could, like, you know, get an itchy in there or something, possibly. And there really doesn't seem to be anything like too terrible around the area. I think I saw a Sarco not too long ago. But, I mean, really, Sarcos are a pain, but they're not too terrible to deal with. There's also a spawning point for beavers right here. See, there's Sarco. And the beavers are going to town with the Sarco. Nothing really too high as far as anything goes for that, but these beaver dams, if we can kill these beavers, we might have to go in after a beaver dam. I'd like to show you guys the contents of the beaver dam, because beaver dams are a great source for a lot of resources. Definitely cementing paste. Some of them I've found some silica pearls in. Wow, man. These beavers are strong even at low level. And of course, my Pteranodon's not very pumped on melee or anything. Alright, so where's that beaver dam at? It was right there. Alright, is there anything around that looks like it would be dangerous? No, no, no. Alright, we're going for it. Hopefully there's no mega piranhas in here. Alright, so yeah, there's some flowers, some cementing paste, which is really good. Some rare mushrooms, which is alright as well. And we're just gonna go ahead. The beaver dams have to be destroyed basically before they can do anything else. So if we didn't destroy that, it would just be coming back to wood. But yeah, that was actually a really good haul. Quite happy with finding that beaver dam this early. But I guess, yeah, we'll call that one and head back to base. So we will be right back. Alright guys, we're back. And I had a sudden epiphany or realization of my own stupidity. So we made the bed and everything up at the volcano so that I could fast travel to that area and use a pick, you know, to get resources. Well, guess what I didn't leave at the volcano? I didn't leave a pick. But I guess we live and learn again, and you know, I'll have to go up with some wood anyway and stuff for the smithy, so it's not that big of a deal. I can make another trip up there. But while I was looking in the smithy to see what I needed to make another pickaxe to take with me, I realized I can make flak armor, which makes me extremely happy. I have been waiting for this day for what seems like an eternity. But yeah, we have enough stuff to make the entire set of flak armor. So we are definitely doing that. And that will be extremely helpful in protecting us. Now I'm going to need to make some dyes and stuff sometime because I really don't like the glare you get off the flak armor when it's not dyed. But you know, we can take care of that later as well. I'm still not really sure what colors I want to use. For my dye jobs, it might actually end up being black and red, but I'm not sure. So let me go ahead and make another pick. And there was something else. What else was there that I was thinking about making while I was here? Now I know there was something. Do I want my hat? Do I want my hat? How does that look? You know, I've never worn the hat with the flak armor before. You know, I can live with that. That's not bad. Yeah, so there was something else that I was... Fabricator. That's what I was looking to make. Alright, so I have some spark powder. I do believe in here. I was making it, so it might be done. It is done. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get that, and we're going to go ahead and make the fabricator. And especially now that we have some oil and we can make some gasoline, that's going to be quite helpful. So let's look here. And... see, I thought I learned the grill. Pretty sure I learned the grill. But what am I short? Oh, I didn't grab enough spark powder. I thought I had more spark powder than that. Alright, well, we can rectify that problem. There's more. But wait, there's more. And then we're gonna have to look and see if I learned the industrial grill or not. Alright, so there we go. There's that. Now we need to go ahead and put some of this oil. Oh, hey. Levels. I like levels. So let's see, 250. Let's go ahead and get the fortitude up to 18. Now, where is that industrial grill? Pretty sure I learned it. It might have to be made in the fabricator. Yeah, okay. So it gets made in the fabricator. So that's alright. Let's go ahead and get this fabricator placed down. And I'm thinking I'm going to end up blocking my rear entrance because... to finish that sentence. Anyway, I'm thinking that I'm going to go ahead and block the rear door to the house because I never use it anyway. And, you know, just... could you let me place the fabricator? It's green, it's good enough. Alright, so yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt to use, but not too bad. What do we need here? We need 40 oil, 40 cementing paste, 30 crystal, and 200 metal. I know I don't have the metal for that yet. Let's see here. We definitely do have the oil, but yeah, not the metal right now. So we'll definitely work on that. But for the most part, that's looking pretty good. Now the question is if I want to be fancy about it. Oh, alright, well we can use it like that. So we'll just leave that door there. That'll work. Alright, what else we got here? Did pick up a little bit more prime meat. I don't know if it was from killing those beavers or not, but it's all good either way. Good, pop that in here. You can see now it's been, oh, I don't know, it's probably been about 45 minutes to an hour since I put this cooked meat in there, and we've only got one prime meat jerky. So it's definitely a long process. I mean, he's already through 5 spark powders, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab that other spark powder out of the smithy and throw it in there with the other spark powder. Ooh, crystal. Oh, what did I use crystal for? Thought I had more crystal than that, too. Oh well, not that big of a deal. At all. Can totally deal with that because we're gonna have the volcano that we can use now for that kind of stuff. So that's going to be extremely handy. Alright, well fine. That's too much of that. Now the question is, did I learn the fur armor yet? It doesn't look like it. So let's go down in here. Let's go ahead and start learning this because we're going to need to start making trips to the cold world of the north for, you know, silica pearls and oil and such. So it's probably a good idea to have that stuff. Does the fur armor not get made in the smithy? Am I blind? What is going on here? There we go. Okay, just needed to back out of it. Not that big of a deal. I was getting a little worried there. Alright, we are going to need a lot more pelt. Pelt isn't that bad to get though, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Now that there are bear and beavers and stuff, you can get pelt from them. You also get pelt from the woolly mammoths and woolly rhinos and stuff like that, but I'm probably not going to spend too much time up in the cold. You never know though. I mean, you know, odder things have happened at sea, so can't say it definitely won't be doing it. Alrighty. Well, you know what, guys? I think that is about all we're going to be able to get done today. So, yeah. I think we just might as well call it there for the day. So if you guys liked the video, please consider hitting that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet and you'd like to, maybe see where this is going. And, you know, we are getting more technologically advanced. So, you know, getting really happy about that. But, as always, thank you very much, and we hope to see you next time.